22nd edition of the Stockholm International Film Festival offered 12 days of stars walking the red carpet, heated seminars, enlightening masterclasses, and of course, what we love the most, over 170 films from more than 40 countries.
It's very nice to be here. It's actually my first film festival, Stockholm's Film Festival.
Well, since I think the film is made out of a Scandinavian perspective and a Swedish perspective, I think the Swedish premiere is very important to us, and it's going to be interesting to see the reactions of the audience.
Who's that fella down there?
I don't know, sir.
Who is he? Beggar man? Thief? Why doesn't he look this way?
People have said that we have found the British DNA in the early 70s, and I haven't thought so much about it, why, but we just put a lot of work into it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be about Jews, it could be about anybody, it could be Iranians, Somalians. In Sweden we have so many groups of families that have war traumas and who have to deal with how do you tell your children about what you have done, what you didn't do, about what your relatives did do or didn't do.
This year the festival proved that physical distances don't necessarily have to be an obstacle, as the audience got to meet Miranda July and Viggo Mortensen through the wonders of Skype.
Psychoanalysis.
I'm glad you chose me for Freud. It was a very interesting challenge, you know. It was a big stretch. It was much different than anything I'd done before.
A lot of the more surreal parts of the movie are me trying to be very accurate about feelings and do it and kind of release myself from being super literal, because I often feel like you get caught in cliches.
But modern technology was not needed when Isabelle Huppert and Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu appeared on the stage.
Well, it's my first time here in your country. Yes, can you imagine? I feel like I've visited it so many times through. You have such an incredible story in movies.
So I just think that the best way to thank you is to keep making films. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I love Stockholm Film Festival. I think it's great for, you know, Sweden's culture and the upbringing of my generation, because I have a lot of friends that go here and, well, I have to be going now, I'm sorry.
Festival TV also accompanied some of the guests as they navigated through the streets of Stockholm.
When I wrote it, I named the film very early on when I decided that it was going to be about a woman who escapes from a cult, and she's dealing with the different identities that she struggles to come to terms with through going through this process. So I never thought the title would be such a talking point. I just felt like it was really the core of the story.
Oh, Martha, you look like a Marcy May.
You've got a really nice place here.
It's as much yours as it is mine.
But the sense of communication is the most important. But then you have to not be there. So that way that the audience accepts the actor, is given something by the actor, but it passes through the third person, who is the cinematographer. Because we're always the closest, like now, you know, the camera is the closest thing to me.
Because today we think that the only way to win is to be aggressive, to kill the other, and that's the only way to win. And she's just proving the opposite.
When you're making this kind of research, you need to have a distance. Otherwise, you're falling down.
A friend of mine who's a producer came to me with the idea, and she said, I want to make a film about the invention of the vibrator in Victorian England. It's called Hysteria. And I went, sign me up, I'm in.
This is my electrical assistant. Everything all right, Mrs. Castellari?
Because growing up, I never saw images of girl sexuality
It was something that wasn't allowed to be talked about or shown in the Islamic context.
I'm looking forward to this, and it's kind of like something I do every year with my father. My parents are divorced, but this is one thing I can do to like kind of fix the relationship, like a special thing, we go together.
For the first time ever, the Stockholm Film Fund was given out to support a promising female director.
I think this is a very good thing. One, there will be a winner. We will see a hopefully very special film within a year, but also because they decided to give all the nominees some money to start with.
I think this competition is very important. It's necessary, and I hope that in some years the female filmmakers, we don't have to be looked for, we will just be there with our films.
Competition was hard, but in the end director Lisa Askan was awarded the 5 million Swedish kroner to develop her project The Deposit, which is due to be screened at next year's festival.
I made a film called She Monkeys, and now I'm making The Deposit, is the English title. And we would like to thank the festival and the jury, and we promise to work hard and spend all the money.
L'Oréal Paris Rising Star goes to Malin Buska.
I'm so honored, and I'm really, really happy, and everybody who was nominated for this prize was so great. They were so good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
The award for Best Actress 2011 goes to Johanna Ida from Certain People for the role as Linda. Yeah!
Thank you. I'm so extremely grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Levan Akin. Thank you so much, Erika Stark. And thank you so much, Lisa Huppert, for having the courage to believe in me and for letting me play this fantastic character. The film was such an amazing experience to be a part of, and I cannot with words express how grateful I am. Thank you so much to the jury and to the Stockholm Film Festival, and thank you also to Whit Stillman for believing in our film.
Nordic talents certainly made their mark this year with directors Levan Akin, Jannike Systad Jakobsen, Tomas Alfredson, Ruben Östlund, Aki Kaurismäki, and of course, last but not least, Norwegian director Joachim Trier.
And for this film, a part of the project was specifically to try to, open up the possibility of letting unexpected things happen. So I shot a lot of it in more or less a documentary style, where a lot of the scenes were planned out, I had the actors ready, and then we let them into reality and shot it and tried to create something, and people would just walk by.
And
the 7.3 kilos heavy horse goes to Joachim Trier for Oslo, August 31st.
Thank you so much. Wow, where's the nicotine gum? It's gone, okay. Yeah, it's a very personal film. It's made about a city a lot of us grew up in, Oslo. So it's kind of nice to travel with it and see that hopefully, it connects with people in other places as well. Let's all party, so thank you very much.
And that's the end of this year's love story, but we hope to see you next year when a new spotlight may be presented, but the love for film will stand unchanged.